Hi everyone. I'm back, and this is my second average value for calculus calculations example. Now, I felt in my last video that I didn't do a good enough job with the example since I was just saying the average value, the area equals 5, and the interval was 2 to 5, but the average value, what exactly? So now I've come up with a better example, and shown here on this board. The function that we will be integrating and finding the average value of is little f of x is equal to x squared. And if you remember the fundamental theorem of calculus, big F of b minus big F of a equals the integral from a to b of x squared, which is the little f of x, dx. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is finding the average value of f of x from x equals 2 to x equals 3. Now, if you recall from my last video, we found that the average value of any function is its antiderivative, which, since it's little f, it's big F of b minus big F of a over the interval b to a. And b2 is equal to a, and 3 is equal to b. Now, where I will go from here is that, since I know that the little f of x is x squared, first thing I need to do this calculation is find the antiderivative of x squared, which, if you do the power, what's the word I'm looking for? A variation of the power rule, you get x cubed. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to make this a little more readable. Alright, so x cubed over 3 equals big F of x. Because if you remember from the power rule, you subtract 1 and multiply by n, since x to the n, then it's bx to the n minus 1, but this is a video about the average value, not the power rule. So now we have f of x. So we can evaluate this function, big F of x, at b and a. So what we're left with, if we substitute in these values, is f of x, big F of x evaluated at b, which is 3 cubed, I'll put in parentheses so you know that I'm substituting in, over 3 minus 2 cubed over 3 over 3 minus 2. So this is what we have so far. Now, I'll just need to evaluate that. I'm going to extend the page a little bit to give myself a little more work. This, we know, is just 1, so we can ignore that. So anything divided by 1 is itself, so all we need to do here is evaluate 3 cubed over 3 minus 2 cubed over 3. So that's 27 divided by 3 minus 8 divided by 3. So, the simplest way to do this is to just leave the denominator, so we don't have to do any, it's nasty fractions, or even break out a calculator, and we can just get that 19 over 3 is equal to the average value. I'm calling the average value ABV, just a little shorthand, of f of x is equal to x squared. In the interval from 2, x equals 3. And this is that long sought after average value. And here is a better example than my previous video.